January has 31 days. There are 762 internationally acknowledged all holidays and observances. There are two flowers associated with the month of January: the carnation, which represents love and affection, and the snowdrop, which represents hope and beauty. The gemstone is a garnet, and it symbolizes eternal friendship and trust. There are three trees associated with the month of January. They are the fir, the elm, and the cypress. There are 28 days in the month of February, except for leap year, where there's 29. There are 402 internationally recognized observances and holidays in the month of February. There are two flowers: the violet, which represents loyalty and faithfulness, and the primrose, which represents that you can't live without somebody. The gemstone is an amethyst. It represents courage, clarity, and quick wit. There are four trees associated with the month of February: the cypress, the poplar, the cedar, and the pine. The month of March has 31 days in it. There are 904 internationally recognized observances and holidays. It has one flower, and that is the daffodil. It represents forgiveness, honesty, trust, and true love. The gemstone is an aquamarine, and it is said to represent the protection of sailors and has a calming effect. The trees of March are the following: the weeping willow, a lime tree, the oak, and the hazelnut. The month of April has 30 days in it. There are 1,029 internationally acknowledged and recognized holidays and observances. Its flower is a daisy, and it symbolizes innocence, purity, and love. The gemstone is a diamond. It represents balance, clarity, and love. The trees of April are a rowan, a maple, and a walnut. The month of May has 31 days in it. There are 1,002 internationally recognized observances and holidays. The flower for the month of May is a lily of the valley. It symbolizes sweetness, humility, honor, and purity of heart. The gemstone is an emerald. It represents love, success, rebirth, and new beginnings. There are three trees symbolized with the month of May. That is the poplar, the chestnut, and the ash. The month of June has 30 days in it. There are 798 internationally recognized holidays and observances. There are two flowers associated with the month of June. The rose, which says "I love you," represents perfection and innocence. The honeysuckle is the other flower, and it represents bonds of love. The gem is a pearl, and it symbolizes purity. The trees of the month of June are an ash, a hornbeam, the fig, the birch, and the apple. The month of July has 31 days in it. There are 405 internationally recognized observances and holidays. There are two flowers for the month of July: the larkspur, which represents bonds of love, and the water lily, which represents purity and majesty. The gemstone is a ruby. It symbolizes health, wisdom, wealth, and success in love. There are four trees associated with the month of July: the apple tree, the fir, the elm, and the cypress. August has 31 days in the month. There are 467 observances and holidays acknowledged internationally. The flowers are a gladiolus, which represents remembrance, calm, integrity, and infatuation. Also the poppy, pleasure, consolation, wealth, and success. The gemstone is a peridot. It symbolizes power and influence. The trees associated with the month of August are the cypress, the poplar, the cedar, and the pine. The month of September has 30 days in it. There are 726 internationally acknowledged observances and holidays. There are two flowers associated with September, the first being the aster, which symbolizes peaceful love, and the morning glory, which represents affection. The gemstone is a sapphire. It represents protection from envy and protects from harm. The trees of September are the weeping willow, the lime tree, the olive tree, and the hazelnut. The month of October has 31 days in it. There are 590 internationally acknowledged observances and holidays. There are two flowers associated with October, the first being the marigold, which symbolizes undying love. The second is a cosmo, which symbolizes peace and serenity. The gemstone is a tourmaline and possibly an opal. The tourmaline symbolizes love and friendship, while the opal represents faithfulness and confidence. The trees associated with the month of October are the rowan, the maple, and the walnut. The month of November has 30 days in it. There are 484 internationally recognized observances and holidays. The flower for the month of November is a chrysanthemum. It represents love. There are two gemstones associated with November, the first being topaz, which symbolizes love and affection, and the citrine, which symbolizes vitality, hope, and energy. There are three trees associated with the month of November, the walnut, the chestnut, and the ash. December has 31 days in it. There are 1,015 internationally recognized observances and holidays. There are two flowers associated with December, the first being the narcissus, which represents stay just the way you are, and the holly, which is associated with domestic happiness. There are two gemstones, the first being turquoise, which protects you from harm, and the zircon, which represents welcomeness and induces sleep. The trees of December are the hornbeam, the fig, and the birch.